Forget blogging and MySpace. If you really want to stay connected, there is a new service, and supposedly it is the next big thing. It's a name you can't forget. It's called Twitter.
It's stupid and lame and small.
Twitter was created in just 2 weeks by Obvious Corporation. The cyber alchemists just introduced the network at a tech convention earlier this month.
It's real addictive.
And users are popping up all over the globe.
You can see how fast they're coming up here. I mean, while we've been here, there's been constant flow of new Twitter.
Good evening. It had just taken off from New York's LaGuardia Airport bound for Charlotte, North Carolina, and then a mid-air disaster struck U.S. Airways Flight 1549. It's possible birds flew into both of the aircraft's engines. The pilot quickly realized he could not return to the airport and land. His options were severely limited, and the only place to go down, in fact, was the Hudson River just off Midtown Manhattan.
Lady with her baby, I remember, on my left-hand shoulder, and she was trying to crawl over the seats, and I just remember saying, you know, women and children first.
Giannis Combs is on the line, and I understand he took part in the rescue. Giannis, you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Set the scene for me where you were and what your role in all this was.
We were on the ferry in a little over a minute, and someone yelled, "There's a plane in the Hudson," and sure enough, there was, and we started pulling up to it. I took that picture, and then we started after that, and we just were thinking.
In May, it started with the Easter Bunny or St. Nicholas. Even more ridiculous, a tooth fairy. From there, we're forced to recite the pledge. Hail Mary, one nation under God. Why us? Don't question, son, you're burning hell. Pay attention to the lies that we're told to tell. Teacher teaches us Columbus was a hero. He stole lands, he stole lives of so-called Indians. From the Tainos to the Africans. Respect Thomas Jefferson, he molested Sally Hemings, and now they say Reagan was a great man. The godfather of crack babies, denying of the AIDS plague. I ran fast as I could to the library to find out they trace the books I read. These lies got me surrounded, there's a war on truth. Ain't it on me, it started with that first lies too. Lies, it's all lies, everything they say. Lies, they keep telling lies, we hear them every day. Think that we don't know that you're up to no good when you're telling lies.
A suicide on the internet is raising some serious ethical questions. A young man took his own life while people on the web watched and did nothing. As Big swallowed the lethal dose, viewers in a chat room taunted him and accused him of faking his suicide.
He was crying out for help.
Let's talk about how this could happen, how you could sit there on the internet and watch someone kill himself and do nothing. I was thinking about this. Could it be that there's just a disconnect? It's the internet. It's a box. You think that's not real.
Hey everyone, it's Julian, and I was reading a news story today, and I felt like doing what I used to do in the past and responding to the news event. And you can see the people getting in the rafts, standing on the wing. I know it looks like they're walking on water. That's kind of cool.
I just made a video about a plane crash that I didn't know about because I don't have cable TV and I wasn't reading a news site. I found out on Twitter. The amazing thing is, as I'm reading more and more about the plane crash, is I'm finding out that almost everybody found out about it from Twitter. Twitter beat the news headlines to the story, which is great, and TwitPic is overloaded with pictures. I'm going to tell you why this is a good thing.
We record everything. Everything. The impact of that becomes totally numbing. I mean, future generations are going to be looking at literally billions of pictures and reams of videotape and film, and I'm not sure that they'll be able to make any sense out of it because we don't discriminate between what is important and what is mundane. I think we're losing our ability to manage ideas, to contemplate, to think. We're becoming a nation of electronic voyeurs whose capacity for informed dialogue is a fading memory. If you have never had even a passing acquaintance with Aristotle and Socrates and Plato, then you can't really understand the foundations of man's evolving struggle with philosophy and ethics. begin to lose track of what has always been kind of an undercurrent in man's development, and that is a sort of moral evolution. We have evolved in this century in technical ways that truly numb the mind. But that is not true of the evolution of man as a thinking animal.